Hi, my name is Rachel and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be going over the three main types of painting surfaces when working with acrylic or oil paints. So let's get started. Canvas is the typical surface that people paint on, whether they are working with acrylic paints or oil paints. Cotton or linen canvas is stretched over canvas panels or stretcher bars and then is sealed with a substance called gesso. The gesso helps the paint slide over the surface and not seep into the fibers of the fabric. The first surface that we'll be talking about is the classic canvas panel. Now, canvas panels are flat surfaces that are generally less than 1/4 of an inch thick. They are excellent for people who are rougher with their canvases or who like to apply a lot of pressure with their brushes. They're also great for both the beginner and the experienced artist. The only thing you have to be aware of is the size of the panel. The larger the panel gets, the more at risk it is to warp. This is because the materials that we're painting with are wet and can damage the panel underneath. To avoid this, just be mindful of the size of panel you're working on. In my own practice, I've found anything larger than 18 by 24 inch is at greater risk, and once it occurs, it is really hard to correct. However, not impossible with the use of some clamps and weights, but it is something to be mindful of when painting with canvas panels. The next surface that we'll be talking about is stretched canvas. Stretched canvas fits over canvas stretcher bars, which look like a wooden frame and has a hollow back. Stretched canvas is excellent as it is rare to warp, so you can work on larger sizes. The other fun thing about stretched canvas is not only you can work on the front, you can also wrap your image all the way around the edges, which can vary in size. The only important thing to note is that it can be a bit more challenging to frame stretched canvas pieces, and that soft interior is much more delicate and can dent, bend, or puncture, so you have to be careful about how you store your pieces. Our last surface that we'll be talking about is the canvas pad. Now, canvas pads are not stretched but are filled with pre-gessoed sheets of canvas. To work with a canvas pad, all you have to do is tear out one of the sheets and tape it down to your work surface. These are excellent for smaller artworks, exploring new materials, and are easy to frame and store. The only thing to be aware of is that they still can warp, and the surface texture can be a little funky as sometimes they aren't gessoed fully. In my own studio practice, I work on all three surfaces. Lately, I have been working on 18 by 14 inch canvas panels. However, I also have a big love for stretched canvas, so I still continue to work on those as well. And I do occasionally pull out my canvas pad when I am looking to do some new studies, explore new materials, or create a quick sketch in paint. So those are the three traditional types of surfaces to paint on, whether you're painting with oil or acrylic paints. Any of these will work in your own practice, and I suggest experimenting with all three to see which one you like best. As always, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Or if you'd like to see more art education videos or stuff from my own practice, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you next time.